Hey guys, it's me again. Now I'm going to show you how to make a really quick whoopie pie.
Here's your list of ingredients you'll need to make these cake mix whoopie pies. You're going to need 1 box of cake mix, 3 eggs, a half a cup of warm water, 1 stick of melted butter, and a half a cup of flour. And for the filling, you'll need 2 cups of softened butter, 4 cups of confectionery sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and a couple tablespoons of heavy whipping cream.
Now whoopie pies, I believe, come from northern Maine. I don't really know the origin of them. There's a couple ways of making whoopie pies. Now today I'm going to show you a quick one, not the original type of whoopie pie that your grandmother probably made, or if you had a whoopie pie from me, it's probably not this recipe. But this recipe is quick, easy, and you don't have to make a whole bunch of them, okay? So this is gonna be made with a cake mix. Now you can use any cake mix you want. The original whoopie pie would be a chocolate. I don't have any chocolate cake mix with me today, and I'm not gonna go get one, but I do have a red velvet one, so we're gonna make red velvet one. But if you want a chocolate cake, you can do chocolate, orange, whatever you want. Really sorry about all the dogs barking, but all the dogs in the neighborhood are barking, so my dog's gonna bark, so bear with me. Okay, so what we're gonna do, now follow these instructions, and I really feel like these will come out pretty similar to the original whoopie pie, a little extra sweeter than the original whoopie pie. Just keep that in mind, okay? So I'm gonna dump half of this cake mix into my mixer, only half at this moment, and I'm going to add 1 stick of melted butter, okay? Just add that in there. Make sure it's melted. I really feel like when you're making whoopie pies, any of your liquids should be warm or a little bit hot, okay? It helps the ingredients really get together. So we're just gonna beat this together just for a second until you can see some of the cake mix isn't dry anymore, okay? Now we're gonna add 3 eggs. Now, the best way to add eggs, in my opinion, is crack it in a bowl so you don't get any shells, and then pour it into your mixture, okay? Pour 1 egg yolk at a time into your mixture. Let it mix up, just a second, so you don't really see any yellow anymore. Add another one, okay? And add 1 more. There's that. I'm gonna let that mix just for a second. You'll start seeing that it's changing a little bit. We really want it to get mixed really well. So now we're gonna finish slowly the rest of our mix, okay? Mix looks really nice. I'm gonna do half of this. This is also gonna call for a half a cup of water. Make sure your water is warm, because it will really help dissolve this cake mix really well. Okay, half, like 1/4 cup first. Okay, let that mix up a smidge. Now also to this, I'm gonna add half a cup of flour. I don't love sticky whoopie pies, so I'm praying that yours won't be sticky. I add a half a cup, so it will not be sticky, okay? So I'm adding that right now. Okay, get that mixed in there a little bit. Okay, it's starting to get kind of dry. I want it to look like that. And now we're gonna add the rest of this cake mix to our mix. And the rest of our water, okay? Then we're gonna let that beat for about 2 minutes on medium speed. Mixture's been mixing for 2 minutes. It's gonna be nice and thick, and that's the way we want it, okay? Scrape it up. Make sure all your ingredients are mixed up good from the bottom. Sometimes it doesn't mix so well. So get in there and mix that up. Okay, now I don't like to make really large whoopie pies. I make kind of small ones, so this is my small scoop, but you make them the size that you want, okay? So we're gonna put them on our pan. Because these are small, I feel like I can do 3 across. And you're gonna notice that your dough is quite stiff, and that's what you want. You don't want it runny, okay? So I'm gonna do 3 across here, and we're gonna throw them in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes, okay? And while we're waiting for those to cook, we will make up the filling, okay? So the Whoopie Pies have been cooking, and they cooked for about 10 minutes, and this is how they turned out. Make sure you test them with a toothpick to make sure your toothpick comes out clean, okay? So what we're gonna do is a real quick filling. This is a sweet filling. Keep that in mind, okay? Pretty sweet. So, I've been perfecting another frosting that's not as, or filling, that's not as sweet, but I'm not quite there yet, so I'm not gonna share that. So 2 sticks of softened butter, 2 capfuls of vanilla, and I'm gonna say, it's only vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Kind of breaks up that sugar. So add your 4 cups really slow. And to loosen it up a little bit at the end, we're gonna add a little bit of whipping cream. About 1 to 2 tablespoons. So add a couple teaspoons of whipping cream. And let this whip up for, I'm gonna say 2 to 3 minutes. So the filling is done, and now we're gonna fill and make our Whoopie Pies. There's still some cooking in the oven, but we can get these started. I'm gonna use the same size scoop that I used to make the Whoopie Pies. Put the filling in. Just gonna take another one. I'm gonna put it on top and just squish. Finished Whoopie Pie.